Hello, everyone. My name is Brooklyn Flaherty, and today I will be talking to you all about mental health deterioration during COVID-19. So, before we dive into things, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am currently a junior at Miami University, and I am a pre-medicine student. And my main goal through this presentation is to serve as a voice for students like myself and all of you at this university who have struggled with or are currently struggling with their mental health. Everyone has likely experienced some sort of mild or severe anxiety or depression in their life, and some might have found that it worsened during the isolation and the pandemic. Through this presentation, I would like to look a little bit deeper into that and help you all understand why this is happening, um, why we should care, and how we might go about fixing it. So, mental health disorder. While this has become a common topic on social media and in the news, more so in our generation, I think it's first and foremost important to get a clear definition of what mental health disorder is. Goncalves does a great job of defining mental health in a study that says, as a result, changes in life ways can make people feel anxious and insecure. Ultimately, this means that if we are feeling anxious or insecure, whether it be our school life, work life, or home life, it's important to recognize these feelings and take action accordingly. This source also discusses that COVID and being exposed to COVID can only increase these feelings and these worries and can lead to a deterioration of mental health, as we mentioned before. Before moving on, I want us all to just take a second to imagine a time during COVID, whether it be last year or sometime at the beginning of this year, where we felt out of control and we felt like everything was crashing around us. Now with this picture in our heads, I ask you all, how did you make those feelings go away? Or are those feelings that you're still dealing with right now? And now we think, what do we do about that? How are we going to fix those issues? Why should you care? As a person who struggles with anxiety and depression, I think it is very safe to say that there are many people who have mental health disorders who are unaware of how severe the issue that they are suffering from may actually be. Whether this be brought on by COVID or something that has slowly built up over their life, they might have felt like it was normal or that they were just supposed to just blow it off and that everyone was experiencing it. But I'm here to tell you that it is not something that you should have to hide. You can face it head on, and later we will talk about the ways in which you can do so. In a PubMed study, Zhu, along with some other authors, talk about these health issues in a way that addresses them as deterioration, and the unawareness that they discuss regarding mental health is very current, meaning this is such an ongoing issue, and mental health deterioration during COVID is obviously still going on right now, and it's very current. So we should care about fixing it and improving all of our lives. This study says targeted prevention on susceptible subpopulations, including young adults like us, college students, we might feel better and be able to relieve these anxieties and these symptoms, but they can definitely be worsened through COVID-19, and this study just dives into that. So the Kaiser Family Foundation has another study that does a great job of including an easy visual for us to understand, and this one on the left here shows a nice interval of ages all the way up to age 65, And as we can see, ages 18 to 24, which is more of this audience age range of college students, more than half of that population has suffered from symptoms or just feelings of anxiety or depression, and this is during the COVID-19 pandemic. One important thing to think about here is that the Kaiser Family Foundation focuses on the COVID-19 time period. And we can see that even 29% in the older generations is very, very scary to think about, because globally we're all struggling with this and these feelings. In another PubMed study, authors Origin, Smith, and Feaster mention more statistics, and these are regarding coping. So now we think about how we are going to fix these feelings and get help. So 49% of respondents reported loneliness scores above 50. 80% reported significant depressive symptoms. 61 reported moderate to severe anxiety, and 30 reported disclosed harmful levels of drinking. So we can see that people of all ages are handling this in so many different ways that aren't beneficial for our own health. So now we can think about how we might fix it. This is our possible solutions to resolve this complex problem. So there are plenty of options for interventions and awareness, and authors Sadkladaris, Sophie, and a few others mentioned in a study that the general public is asking the healthcare system to ultimately raise awareness and to help the community out in ways to address their own feelings and the things that they're going through during the pandemic. Another possible solution for some people is national hotlines. I know some of us may not feel comfortable reaching out to, say, a stranger through the phone, but for those of us who need immediate relief from the things we're feeling and the thoughts we're having, there is a crisis hotline that is 24 hours, and it can really help us to talk down episodes of depression or anxiety that we have and work through those feelings. If anyone has any more questions or would like to learn more about this topic of mental health, I would be so glad to direct you to the sources and studies that I've found that helped me gain a strong understanding of the topic, or you can email me and I'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you all so much for your time.